Scat Chat Thursday. What does that mean? Stay with us and you'll find out. Hello, my friends, and welcome to the Video Call-In Show, that show that invites you to be a live video guest on this show to talk about anything you'd like to talk about. Topic of the day, current events, personal projects, or just chew the fat with good old Jim, and that would be me. I am Jim, your host. I'm here to listen and learn to and about you. If that sounds awesome, now is a good time to hit that sub button and ring that bell so you don't miss an episode. Joining the show is very easy. After I talk for a bit, I open up the video lines, and you see this link right here. Enter that into your browser. I'll actually create one in the description here in a short moment. You download Zoom. If you don't already have it, comes right to the meeting. You show up on my board, and I bring you in. Now, how this is going to work is I'm going to start doing it one by one. Oh, very sweet. So as to give everyone a chance to come on in and have fun. So let's see. I passed me. Hang on there. Pop out chat. There we go. Got to pop out that chat so I can get it up here in front of the eyeballs. Soy Swift, how are you? Yes, 250 subs. Can you believe that? Isn't that awesome? I met some really great people over the last few weeks. Been looking at a lot of channels, been hanging out on a lot of live streams, and it's just been fantastic. Yes, as a matter of fact, Soy Swift, you were the first, though, my friend. You were the first. You will always hold a special place in my heart for that. Mitten Dad, how you doing, man? How are you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Oh, you were here much before 50. Yeah, in fact, you might even have been here near single digits. You remember those days? I mean, we're only talking a few months ago. I'm very happy to have as many as I have now, and I'm just hoping to expand on that, of course. But I'm not going to forget about you, Soy Swift. Not going to forget about you. Just quit changing your name. That's all I ask. Well, tonight, yeah, and I'm so excited about that too. The growth, I am so excited. Tonight, as some of you already know, that I'm in. Well, I can't really call it a band. I'd like to, but it's three guys in search of a bass player. Pretty soon, I'm just gonna call up Dave, the producer, and say, hey, dude, I need you to play bass for our band, even if it's remote. Yeah, dude, that was awesome. I'm like, what am I watching? You guys don't know what we're talking about, but go over and visit Mitten Dad. He just put up a video about a chainsaw holder for. I don't think it's specifically for tractors, is it? Terrain vlogs. There you are, my friend. Oh, we're getting all of the old gang back together. How awesome! But anyway, Mint Dad's put out this video about a chainsaw holder, which is really awesome. You've got to watch it to know what we're talking about. I wasn't sure if we were watching prawn or a tractor accessory video. But you're right. I need one of those. I think it would fit perfectly on an upright on our front loader, and I mean absolutely perfectly. My boy's new place, he's got a lot of land that and a wood boiler, so he's going to be on the case with stuff like that. How many of you have noticed my new mic arm? I finally got rid of that Chinese piece of crap and bought me a blue compass. Tired of seeing the wire floating around all the time. This is a much nicer, heavier stand. Flash in your pan. How you doing, Ed? How are you doing? You see, we got some of the old gang back together. We got Train Vlogs in here and Soy Swift. But anyway, back to Scat Chat Thursday. We all know what Scat is, and that's kind of what I'm doing, talking out my ass. I didn't have time to put together a a subject matter because, you know, having played or practice with the band. Why, it takes a lot of time, and of course I got songs to learn and that sort of thing. Bad news is the bad news is we didn't have our bass player show up last week, and he showed up tonight though, but he took his equipment home at the end of the night. And if you guys watched my my herding cats video about putting a band together and finding out just how hard it is to get musicians to be on the same page. I know this is an oxymoron of sorts. It's just so difficult to do. And well, I can tell you this. See, the rhythm guitarist, the lead guitarist, and me are all childhood friends. I've known these guys since I was probably in 7th grade, at the minimum. I mean, it might have been earlier than that. I couldn't tell you. I actually raced motorcycles with one of them for several years, so they're good childhood friends. So I put up with a lot when it comes to that, but a lot of other folks can't, and that's why we've gone through so many bass players. Our original bass player just got tired of the arguing and said, "I'm done." And he was a childhood friend of theirs. I didn't know Jim that well, our old bass player. But yeah, it's so tough to keep people interested in a band, and I think we lost another one. I think we lost another one. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? So Jim didn't know Jim. God, there's so many of us. Let's see, Above and Beyond, who was on last night, he's also a Jim. There's Jim Murphy from Muscle Car Appraisal. He's a Jim, and there's just so darn many of them. Hey, Jelly Duck 100, how are you, my friend? How are you? You got to come back on the show, man, because I want to talk about some of those get-ups that you put on for your for some of your videos. Yeah, okay, Soy Swift. Hey, Champworks Garage, what's happening, dude? Yeah, I would hope so, but I don't know, man. Usually when they take their equipment and they don't say anything, it's probably the last time you're going to see him. Like I said, he didn't show up last weekend, and even though he said that, oh, I just brush off the arguing. Well, that's not how it happens. That is so not how it happens. It wears on you quite quickly. There's been several times I've just walked out and was not going to do it. And Ed even has a brother named Jim. Good Lord. Good Lord. And I happen to know the Champworks Garage is also a James. There's 1,000 of us out here. There is 1,000 of us out here. Good Lord. But yeah, that's Scat Chat Thursday, where I just start talking about stuff. I did, as an update, I don't know if you care or not, but as an update, I did call my doctor today and said, "Look, doc, we've got to figure something out. Drone Kings in Darwin, you go to gym every day?" Ah, nice one. Oh man, I hate to work out. I absolutely hate to work out, which is why I didn't go down the physical therapy road, because I know what they're going to do. They're going to strap me over a stupid ass rubber ball and tell me to do these exercises, 3 times a day, and I'll try to keep it clean. I absolutely hate working out. It's like doing a whole lot of work and not going anywhere with it. If what I like to do is I like to get out in the garage and move shit around when I'm doing woodworking. There's a lot 12-ounce curls. Yep, I love the 12-ounce curls. I would be doing some of that tomorrow, but I want to be sober for when we get out into the woods Saturday with flashing your pan. I got to adjust this. It wants to climb on me. And this is a decent hefty mic, man. This thing's got some spring to it, my friends. But oh, how nice it is to have that cable just sitting real pretty in there. Oh, so I just don't work out. I've done it in sprints over the years, no pun intended, and every time I do it, I hate the whole time I'm doing it. I would rather be out in the garage lifting heavy shit under the saws and contorting my body to screw boards together and shit, or welding or anything of that nature. That's where I get my exercise. Hell, doing this kitchen, I just today had to finish skim and paint the wall underneath the bar, and it's a kitchen bar. It's not a man cave. It's a kitchen, and you know that if you do enough of that, you'll you won't need to exercise. And that's what I say. I'm fairly active. Yeah, I sit on my ass a lot when it comes to work because I do most of my work on the PC. But that doesn't mean I don't get up and move and work, do stuff in the evening when I'm feeling good. Because I haven't been able to for a good long time. But hopefully that'll change. So like I said, I went to the doctor and I said, look, doc, figure out what's going on. I really need to do something. If you tell me that I need to go through physical therapy, then I will go through physical therapy. At least until we figure out that's not what I need. So there you have it. There is the latest update on that, and we'll just have to see what happens. Literally have to see what happens. Okay, so I've only been talking for 11 minutes. What else? What else did I want to cover? I wanted to cover some up. Dude, I am stepping in Scat as we speak. I thought that was quite obvious. Oh, in addition to this, I actually just got a 10-inch monitor. It was an eBay, probably a Chinese special, but that will allow me, hopefully, and this is going to be the first night we get to check it out when one of you guys comes on to chit chat, because I'll be putting you right there on the teleprompter and be able to focus there instead of looking at the program or having it on one of my side monitors here. And I just think that'll be a better system as far as I'm concerned. So, yeah. Well, I tell you what, I'll continue talking, but you know what I'm going to do. Let's see here. All right. Yeah, we're gonna open those video lines. Headshot. That's right. Video lines are now open. Feel free to jump on in. Like I said, it's real easy. You see that link down there. Most of you guys know, but for those people who don't know, this is the link you use right here. I wanted to put that in the dealio so that so it can actually be a link. What if I can do this? This will be an interesting thing. Save it while I'm on a live stream. Meeting number. There we go. Boom. Is that the right one? Yes. Save changes. Okay. Now it is a link in the description. That was interesting. Oh, hey, if you guys have, oh, look at that. What do we have? What do we have? He's back. He's back. All right, hang on just a minute here. Locking that out. Gonna unmute you, Ed. How are you doing?
I'm putting my headsets.
That's okay. I'll wait.
Yours.
I won't throw you up just yet. But oh yeah. Oh man.
I'm doing good.
Sweet. Sweet. Let me fix. Oh, look at that. Oh man, I'm loving it, Ed. I'm absolutely loving it. Like I said, I've got. Well, hang on just a second here.
How's my sound?
Oh, your sound is awesome. Did you get a new mic?
No.
I would argue it sounds better than it did last time.
Huh. Whenever I watch a replay, I seem really, really quiet.
Yeah. And that's partially me because I'm watching two different mixers at once, and for some reason I haven't been paying a great deal of For some reason I haven't been paying a great deal of attention to the vmix here, and I'm listening to you, and you sound exactly the same level as me. But now, if you notice of late, it's gotten better. Yeah. So I'm literally it should be fine. We'll check it out. after the broadcast. I want to cut you another.
don't bring me a cup. Well, you can still bring me a cup if you want,
Uh-huh, but why wouldn't
because I don't have one to give back to you.
I? Oh, well, that's
I
okay.
I sent the last two I had to Nick and Dean Nimmin.
Oh, wow, good man. Good man.
Yeah, with a heap load of M&Ms of all different flavors
Oh,
and
no
two
shit.
flash in your pants shirts. And I sent them each a little piece of gold,
Uh-huh.
and I wrote on it, "Thank you, Nick, and thank you, Dee, and you're golden for all you do for the community." And I personally, they're my favorite creator influencers
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that in that whole community and what has spawned off that community.
Yeah. Yeah, they're good guys, aren't they?
Very, very, and they keep it real too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
From what I tell, I haven't met them personally, but like I've talked to Nez and he's met them and others, and they just seem like they'd be who they are if you met them in, like I imagine when I meet you Saturday, Jim, you're gonna be pretty much the exact same person I'm talking to now. So
I would guess you're right. I try not to put on a facade, you know. I try to be real. Oh, what was it, Chrissy? Outdoorsy gal?
yeah,
Yeah, hey Chrissy, how are you? Sorry, we bailed on your live stream. Oh, Ed, oh, did you run a live stream tonight? I did. I just walked in and had to set up for this one, so I didn't get notified.
it's okay, Chrissy. Yeah, I well, the Digging Connect, Liz, in the treasure hunting community.
Uh-huh.
She's in the metal detecting finger of the hand, right?
Oh, okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And she has kind of like she was starting to get a decent amount of super chats,
Oh,
and she
cool.
wanted to award the super chatters. And I look what I won.
Oh, let me take that full screen. Let me take that full screen. Boom. Oh, cool. A Harley pin?
Yeah, it's an actual legal tender $1 silver coin from Somalia.
Oh, wow. That is cool.
And it was made for the coin collecting community.
Oh, man. Wow.
And I do collect coins and tokens and other stuff. So
Uh-huh.
I like going, the kid coming out of me.
Still a kid at heart, Ed, I can tell.
Hey, just because I'm 58 don't mean I gotta act like it.
Nope. Nope. Keep the child, man. Keep the child.
I don't want to grow up to be a grunt. Sometimes I can be a grumpy old man, but
Yeah.
uh, that no,
I don't think we can help it.
I want to. A lot of youth is up here, I believe, and until my body totally says no more, kid.
Yeah, but that shouldn't affect your brain, man, because I keep thinking about that. You know, I still think like I'm 30, and I know when my body gives out, I'm still gonna think I'm 30.
Yeah, good point. And
Yeah.
we're about the same age, you and I.
Yep. Yep.
So
Yeah.
you're having troubles with your bases, son.
Yeah, it seems like we can't keep one, and it's not a girlfriend housing situation either. my my favorite joke about bass players is you what is it? How do you tell if uh, a bass player's homeless? He didn't have a girlfriend. But I've also heard that turned on just about every type of musician.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but for some reason, man, we just can't. Well, now I say some reason. and I literally listed them off earlier. You know, the brothers keep arguing, and there's no real plan, right? So it's like they can't put together a song list. They just say, well, what song should we try? You know, should we work on for next time? It's like, no, 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 that's not how you do it. Last time that we had a band together, um, it was real easy. It was one of those things where, you know, I just said, look, we're going to have one list. Let me get in front of the camera. We're going to have one list, and that's it. We're going to work strictly off that. And once we get 40 down, then we'll be ready to go out. Well, now you get, you know, they're scribbling shit down on paper, and it's too hard to get anything going when you're just doing piecemeal like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a
Well,
tough thing.
couldn't you have like, wouldn't you like a rotating playlist though?
Well, yeah, you do that once you've got enough songs in your repertoire that you can go out and play. Then what you
True,
do,
true.
yeah, then what you do is you start adding songs, you know, newer stuff or stuff you have never played before, that sort of thing.
Or original thrown in
Yeah,
here and
well,
there.
we're a little old for originals, although we did try one tonight. Sounded pretty good, actually. I was surprised that my lead guitarist wrote a song that good. He really killed it. Um, it's the first one I've heard from him. I've heard a lot from my rhythm guitarist, his brother, but yeah, you just start building that rotating list, right? So you get 40 down, so you got plenty to choose from to at least get out and do a 3 hour gig. Then you
Right.
then you start adding, then you can start mixing and matching. And I've got a 3 song rule, and this isn't supposed to be about me. I'm sorry, but
Oh,
but
that's okay.
yeah, but I've got a 3 song rule. If you play it 3 times and the crowd doesn't react, get it off the list. Boom, it's out of there. So
You don't want a song to be playing a song that keeps. That's right. Hit that like button now, Dorothy
yeah,
girl.
all of you.
She's one of my mods. I'm sure you've seen her.
Oh yeah, oh,
Uh,
yeah. She's been here a couple times. It's
oh,
awesome.
good,
Yeah.
good. The
You're
you
becoming a regular outdoorsy gal, Chrissy. Thank you so
you
much.
you put on a good show, Jim.
I appreciate
Uh,
that, Ed.
and hey, I'm not shy. If no one else is gonna pull the trigger, I'll help you out.
Well, it's one of the it's that's one of the reasons that I put that safeguard in there. So if anybody wants to come on, all you got to do is tag me and put I am ready. You know, just say something
Yeah,
that you're ready to come on, and I'll wrap up with a guest and get you on too. Because I want this to remain kind of open, right? I don't know if I want to still do those three ways again. They're fun. That, yeah. Okay, Mid and Dad. Now you've got reason to wonder what you're watching. But when you get a bunch of people on, that's all fine and good, but it can't cut them out. That's why I'm going to save that for Friday sometime soon.
right. There's a time and a place for everything, you
Oh,
know.
yep, exactly, exactly.
That's totally understandable.
Well, thanks, Chrissy. It is. I like to think it's fun here. I know I have a good time, especially when Ed's on. Yeah, and what I do is I actually lock out the meeting once I get somebody on, so we don't have because you know what it'll do is it'll push you off to the side, and then I'll have 2 people on there at the same
Right.
time. But I may just let people jump into the queue, and this is something I need to test. Let people jump in the queue, and if I kill their camera, I wonder if it will kill the. In fact, let me just if you don't mind, Ed, you're going to be a guinea pig again, if that's okay.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Guinea
Guinea
pig,
pig head.
guinea pig's fun. Oh, look at that. There's a bug I need to fix is not having that dialog box pop up over my guest. it's
Hey, it's a work in progress, and after all, it is live entertainment.
it is live as live television has ever been, man.
Tonight, I had like all kinds of Murphyism, right,
Uh-huh.
Jim? You know Murphy.
Oh yeah. So what happened?
You're a musician. You know Murphy.
Yep.
You're in. So I'm all set up. I have my live stream scheduled, and you know, with these new, I'm doing bare bones now
Mm-hmm.
until I get my new streaming computer,
Okay.
which I took my old tower, gaming tower to the shop. It's way outdated, old graphics card, like 6 years and stuff. So they're putting in a new motherboard, new graphics. I just put in a 600-watt power supply so that can stay. And I put in a brand new DVD burner so that can stay. And they're rebuilding me a whole new system.
Cool. Very cool.
My old system was conflicting with Windows 10, and I didn't want to buy 8.1, which it would not conflict with,
Mm-hmm.
that it was compatible with, because, Windows 8.1 is like $50 more expensive than Windows 10.
Yep.
So,
Isn't that strange?
the guys at the tech shop where I go, they say they do that because they want to push you to the newer edition.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So they make the older running systems higher. So most people will go, "Oh man, it's that much more expensive."
I'll just go with 10.
Yeah, yeah. I like on this my laptop here. I have 8.1. I'm used to it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I like it. Um, but I'll navigate around to 10 too. Shoot, I've seen Windows come and go since what, 98 or
98.
something.
Yep. I know where you can get a great deal on 3.1.
I I have a tower in the back that probably still has Windows 95 on it or something, or one of my old laptops.
Oh, good old Windows 95. I know I have a desktop right over there that is still got XP on it.
Well, actually, the tower over here that I was editing on forever, it's behind my green screen.
Uh-huh.
It has XP on it.
Does it?
Yeah, I like that one.
Oh God, Ed, we're dinosaurs, man. We're dinosaurs. We're talking about old versions of Windows.
Yeah, where a lot of the kids nowadays are computers. What's that?
Yeah, yeah. Android. I thought that was the name of the phone, not the operating system.
But yeah, now we have super tiny computers
Oh
right
yeah,
here.
yeah. What you're holding in your hand right there is a better processor than that old XP machine.
Oh yeah.
Yep, yep.
Or the old DOS computers we used to play with when we were way, way, way young.
Yeah, yeah. What was the earliest chip you had? Was it 386, 286, 486?
Uh,
Remember those,
I
don't
I don't know.
you?
I played on an Apple one for a while.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and what's that? A Commodore?
No, but I did have a VIC 20.
Okay.
VIC 20 and Commodore 64 were their big claim to fame. No, the Apple Macintosh were literally an early version of the Macs today.
No, yeah, I
Hmm.
remember when it first came out, that little box,
Oh yeah, oh
big
yeah.
Mac.
Do you remember the iMac when it was like a big CRT screen and that was the entire computer? You just hooked up your mouse and your keyboard to it, and they were in cool colors.
Yeah, they had clear covers and they looked like a little TV.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Snowy, you remember that, don't you? I'm kidding, hon. Welcome to the show. I'm glad to have you.
But yeah, but geez, I remember arcades when they had pinball machines and pool tables and
Oh,
foosball tables,
oh yeah.
and then Pong came out, and ooh, and boy, did it sure evolved quickly.
Oh man.
Hindsight, back then it's like 2000, I'll be dead by that time. You
Yeah.
know, it just seems so far away.
Oh, it did.
And when you're watching the Jetsons, and only thing we don't have yet are flying cars and a kitchen where I could press a button and my prime rib shows up.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's coming, Ed. That
Rehydrate.
that is the kitchen of tomorrow, Ed. You know that's just right around the corner. Of course,
Yeah.
Snowy, since she's 130 years old, she knows. Turn of the century wasn't anything for you, was it, Snowy?
Wow, you look really good for 100. How old? 130?
130 is what she says. Yeah, she's only
130?
because she's 130 years old. Abacus. Oh man. An outdoorsy gal. Chrissy, you don't even own a cell phone? How is that possible? Wow.
And
Wow.
Chrissy was the pinball queen.
Where were you, Chrissy?
And I thought that was Elton John.
That was Pinball Wizard.
Exactly, but
She's the pinball queen. She's the female version of that. Oh man. Oh, I so remember being a young guy when the arcades really popped up. You know, before the electronics, and it was nothing but pinball, pool, and the occasional foosball table.
hmm
And then they all got pushed out by electronic video games. Remember, like
Oh yeah,
Pac-Man and Asteroids and things like that.
Defender and
Hmm. Captain
Dragon
Fantastic.
Quest.
Oh man, that was the first one that you could actually choose your destiny.
Right, and it,
Oh, I
it had
will.
a big like laser LP on it,
Yep, yep.
and you could choose which way. But like every game, you learn it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, don't go this way. Don't go that way.
Did you ever play it?
Oh yeah,
Were you?
oh
I wasn't into it. I wasn't into it. I
yeah.
stuck with Tron and some of the old classics. What was it? Tempest.
I worked at an arcade on the block away from my house where I grew up.
Oh well, shoot.
So I just spent it red quarters,
Yeah.
opened it up, or I'd put on all kinds of credits on it. So I didn't have to pay for it. I just played it. But I love Defender.
Oh, I did too. I did too. So you guys in the chat, let us know what your favorite arcade game was, and I'm not talking about ones at home. What were your favorite arcade games if you're old enough to have played them out at either arcades or grocery stores or whatnot? Because they used to be everywhere. I'm interested to know. I really got into Tron a lot.
Tron was a good game.
Very challenging. You know, you had the four different challenges, and it just got faster and faster and faster. Galaga,
Yeah.
I forgot about Galaga.
Oh, Galaga was a good game, and
Loved Galaga.
Asteroids was really good too.
Yep.
Frogger. Oh yeah.
Frogga? You like Frogga? Oh, there you go.
Good
That's the
game,
best
Frog.
Aussie accent I can do.
G'day, mate.
G'day, mate. You like Frogga? Ah, that's all I got. Yeah, my
Yeah.
wife loved Frogger too. She used to play that all the time. That and Dig Dug.
Oh, Dig Dug was good. I remember Dig Dug.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Out of all the video games, I would say I shoved a lot of quarters in Defender. Missile Command was pretty good too.
Yeah, it was. It really was. And of course, the best part about that was when the Atari 2600 came out, and you could play all of those favorites right in your living room. Oh man,
Right.
I did a whole video on it. If you guys didn't know, I did an entire video, actually two of videos, uh, talking about my video game past. That was before I actually had guests. Man,
You had to fill airtime with something.
oh God, yeah, I struggled. Suddenly I'm talking about carpet and have you guys seen these new bottles? It's just it was ugly. But
Well, you,
I actually dug doing that video game one because I was in pretty heavy, even in computer games at first. I used to play a lot of Doom and Duke Nukem. Played some NASCAR, even though I haven't been a NASCAR fan since they were
oh,
no longer. Oh, Space Invaders, yeah.
Space Invaders
Snowy
was
Rains
good.
mentioned Space Invaders. I had a
Donkey Kong.
Yep, yep. I don't remember Venture. Do you remember Atari 2600 or Outdoorsy Gal? Did you have an Atari 2600? Because one of my favorite games was Adventure. And those of you who are in any way familiar with Atari 2600 games, you'll know how funny that game was. Castles and keys and dragons that looked like ducks. It was a hilarious game to play.
Now, my very first computer game on a computer was Castle Wolfenstein.
Oh, 3D. Mm-hmm.
No, I mean terrible pixelations and stuff.
Yeah, but wasn't it Wolfenstein 3D?
No, it ain't the new one. It was like
Oh,
the first one.
yeah, that was pre-Doom.
It was like pixels that had a little guy going. "Doot, doot, 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 doot."
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That wasn't even a first-person perspective. The 3D one was.
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
it was like playing Zelda or something,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but with terrible graphics.
Little 16-bit graphics, man. Let's hear it for 16-bit graphics.
Like a game that really got me. It was a multiplayer game back in the early 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Ajuron's Call.
Hadn't heard of that one.
Oh, it was awesome. You could uh, join clans, and they had a kill player server,
Oh.
and that was pretty tough. But all the other servers were you went on quests, and
Mm-hmm.
you could have a mage and a Fletcher, and I would have my mage and the Fletcher hide out in a cave, and one be Fletcher would be making arrows while the mage would be putting spells on the arrows, different types of spells for different type of monsters for my archer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And um, yeah, I was totally addicted to it. My son Ian was here with me now. He'd give you an earful on my addiction.
Oh man, I bet. I often wonder if I was addicted.
There's stew in the fridge, son.
I'm not getting up.
No, I'm in a battle.
Yeah. Oh, Snowy says the true story. They're still making 16 and 8-bit games to this day. Yeah, absolutely. And in fact, I remember having an entire CD of all those classics that you could port into your PC. And oh man, just relive the whole thing. You guys got to go back. I actually have my original 2600, and an original Pong game, Ed. That
Wow.
I haven't broke it out in I want to say 30 years, but it's still in the box up in my closet over here. My 2600 sits upstairs. My boy, he used to drag that thing out and play those old classics. That's why it's so first and foremost in my mind. Uh, you did get Combat, the one that came with it, shooting tanks and things and airplanes. That was true 8-bit graphics and horribly done. I even have an original ET, which was the most hated video game of all time. Yeah, it's probably worth like $3 or something now.
You'd be surprised,
Oh, I
I'm
know.
sure.
I know. I can't get rid of them. I can't get rid of them. There's a whole box of them. I went through just about every one of the games in that video too. So
But I just look at some of these games. You'll see at some of the stores nowadays, it's like flashback Atari
Yeah, yeah.
and flashback Nintendo, and they have the old style Atari console and the old joysticks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Snowy says she thinks hers is a 2600 and it's got Pong built in. I think that was a later version. I mean, very close to the same, by maybe 79 or 80, where they did actually include Pong as a built-in game. But mine didn't have Pong as a built-in game. It just came with combat, which, where it's almost like Pong with tanks and airplanes. Oh man, video games were so fun. I think I had my most fun playing first-person perspective shooters like Doom and Duke Nukem and that sort of thing on multiplayer.
Um, I I played a game like that, Delta Force.
Delta Force. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used
With
to.
a bunch of guys I played Ashron's Call with.
Oh, okay, okay.
We also, it was funny. Let me see. Ian was like 4, maybe 5. So it was like 80, 95, 96.
Uh-huh.
We were the guys who we all went to play Ashron's Call and stuff. We were playing an online game called Iron Wolves,
Hmm.
and it was all nautical.
Uh-huh.
Um, I like submarines, so yeah, it's submarines, destroyers, and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, that's
And
funny. Go ahead.
oh well, we had kind of a get together in Reno, Nevada, and I came down from Washington with another couple of friends of ours who played Iron
Uh-huh.
Wolves, and we're at the Circus Hotel in Reno, Nevada, and it ain't like you're walking in with a bunch of laptops under your arm or in your satchel. No, we have one of those luggage carts with big monitors on it and towers, and we're pushing it through the lobby to get up to our room.
Yeah, you're talking about like a good old-fashioned LAN party, aren't you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
Oh yeah, had some of
And
those as well.
there was I forget the name of the little city. One of the players lived really close to Reno, and he was really tech savvy, a real geek. Like, even though I liked tech and I always have and tinkering,
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't so bright to be super
Super
techie
techie.
like. And I always told my daughter, hook up with a geek, he might be a late bloomer, but they're going to be in demand.
Yeah, gonna have a future. Mm-hmm.
You don't want a husband in construction because you lived it all your life, honey. Feast and famine. Some years I'm making 50, 60, 70,000 a year. Some years I'm making 20 grand a year.
Yep, yep.
So don't go that route, honey.
But Ed, the skilled trades are coming back, my friend.
Well, now this day and age, we can pretty much set our price. And it's the older ones like our age
Mm-hmm.
that, we've done it all our life. We forgot more than a lot of these kids will ever learn for the most part.
For sure.
And we can pretty much name our price. So,
Mm-hmm. Real quick shout out to Dole Whipdad. How you doing, man? How are you?
excellent. Dole Whip. How you doing, man?
Yeah, you're right though. I mean, um, it's a work ethic thing too. I think some of the kids are losing the value of a hard day's work, right? They take it for granted. they don't put in the effort.
Yeah, and then they're like, "Oh man, this is hard." Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
well, that's what happens when you give out too many participation trophies.
Oh, truth to power, man. Good Lord. I was so against those. I coached a bit of kids soccer when my son was young, and they wanted to do that, and I made sure the kids knew what a farce it was without without traumatizing them. But it was a requirement, and I just hated it. I hate it to this day because it takes all
Jim, we got one thumbs down.
of.
Ah,
Oh,
come on, people, give us another one so
oh
we get a
man.
thumbs up.
Smash that like button. Let's put that dislike button to shame. Jack, how you
Oh yeah,
doing?
there's 7 likes.
Oh, sweet, sweet.
But I always joke around. Well, if we get a thumbs down, we're like, oh, one more and it equals a thumbs up. And 2 thumbs down equals 1 up. Thank goodness YouTube looks at it as all interaction.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I wonder if they put any weight to that though, like in their algorithm. It's like, well, I'm not going to show a video that's got 9 billion or a lopsided number of negatives over positives. I wonder if they do that. I bet they would.
You would think they would.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because it's in their best interest to serve videos that the general people like, just like Google.
See, someone, thank you for the thumbs down. Now we have a thumbs up. Technically, we have 8 thumbs up.
Yeah, there you go. It doesn't bother me. I do wonder. It's like, now, what would have made somebody thumb down? What would have done that? What?
I don't know.
Oh well.
Only thing I could think of it was this guy way back here. I don't know if you saw it in the chat.
I didn't. Did one of the mods pull them out? You know what I need to do. Snowy.
Boy, Nightbot was deleting Chrissy's emojis or something. um,
Oh, it could have been anything. Could have been
I
anything.
don't see.
No, see, I see all friends in here. I see all
Oh,
friends.
Jelly Duck.
Yeah,
Well, there was a guy in here. What was his name?
it wasn't the early ones. I don't.
He knows.
I don't see
It
my.
wasn't too long ago, but I wish the chat would let you go all the way to the beginning.
Yeah, I
But
know.
it won't.
It does me. I'm able to go all the way up the top. It was Soy Swift, I think, was the first one
Oh, really?
to come in. Yeah,
Even when I stream, I can't go all the way to.
I
Oh
could,
no, it's the first action hero.
first action hero. I don't even see
I
that
bet you he has like no content.
one.
And, but he goes, why y'all talking about Scat, dirty shit eaters?
Oh, did somebody shut him up?
No,
No, is it still there?
it's still there. I was busy yapping and not doing my job. Sorry, Jim.
That was me, man. Oh no, and when you're on the show, you don't have to be a
Well,
moderator.
I am a moderator, so.
I can't figure out why Outdoorsy Gal is Chrissy. How come you keep getting slammed by Nightbot?
Uh,
Good Lord.
what do you, geez, 5 seconds get timed out?
Yeah.
Girl, gee whiz.
9 likes, one troll. Come on, trolls. I know I'm gonna see so many more trolls as time moves on. I
Oh
just
wow, someone took away their thumbs down and gave us a thumbs up.
cool. I like you more already, whoever you were. Maybe somebody hit it by accident. They looked down, they saw, wait, the negative one's blue. Or it could have been Grizzy. She's been slammed so hard by Nightbot, she might be pissed.
Now, have you gone through any of the defaults and changed them?
I have quite a few actually. I try to open up the caps really for what is it?
Oh, David
David.
Buckle,
Yeah, David. Basically for his
Gold
name, and
Rush,
I opened.
Tasmania, Australia, something.
Yes, yes. I opened up the emojis. I opened up what was the other one that they give you as an option? But I got to kill those words that. Well, tell us, Chrissy, why do you keep getting slammed by Nightbot? I can't figure out if I
Well,
need
I
to loosen
thought she
something up.
said because of her faces.
Oh, really? That's weird. Because I opened it up to like 50. I'll go check it again because I hate
Well,
when
I
that
know
happens.
it wasn't you, Chrissy, giving the thumbs down.
You weren't even on our radar.
Yeah, it wasn't even there. I tend to want it was Action Hero or whatever his guy's name.
Probably, but he took it away, didn't he? Because I'm not watching the live stream. I never ever watch the live stream. I get to see what's going out, and it just slows things down. If I'm watching the live stream, that's just another video feed that's coming in, taking up some of my pipe. So I try not to do
Well,
that.
true.
Yeah.
But you have it on your dashboard though.
Well, I do, but I don't have it playing. You know what I mean? When you go to the live dashboard, you have the option of either playing the live stream live
Right.
or not, and I leave it
So you
fixated.
pause it and you never play it.
No, I never play it. Nope, nope, not until afterwards, of
Oh,
course. But like I said, if I started playing it, then it would take some of my download and just some of the pipe. So
that's true. It would take a bit of your bandwidth, that much
exactly,
more.
exactly. It'll cause a bottleneck, even if you've got like 150 down and like 15 up. The packets are still vying for position, and the more things you've got going on at once on your production PC, the harder it makes it. So I just leave it alone. After having tested and knowing what I'm sending out now is what everybody else is seeing, I don't worry about it. I don't worry about it. I'd much
Yeah.
rather let this processor work on the video other than trying to parse the video coming
Uh,
in. Yeah,
I would leave it playing because there I could see somewhat, there's always that delay,
yeah,
but I would know if it's buffering instead of relying on the community
that's
to
true.
relay stuff.
That's
I
true.
could see it, and my encoder, I don't know. I think I'll probably go with vMix because that day you had the tour of behind the
Uh
scenes
huh.
where you were showing your gaming laptop and the vMix and stuff. It looks really nice, and I've checked it out a little. I haven't downloaded it or nothing yet.
Mm-hmm. You should see it now. Do you guys want to see my setup now? It's changed considerably. Oh, what happened there?
Uh,
That was weird.
a troll came in for a second.
Oh, yeah, yeah. See, that's what I was talking about, and that's fine. If you don't mind being squeezed down every once in a while, Ed, because when somebody real comes on, I'm going to try to kill their video and keep their mic muted, and see if the screen returns to this. That way, I know I have a cue. I've just never tested that in Zoom yet. So one of you real people, feel free to jump on as a test. I won't take you to air if I can help it, and because I've got the controls right in front of me here. What I want to do though is I want to fire up vMix Call. This is something you'll get a kick out of, Ed. I did this not too long ago. Let's see. When what was I showing? Oh, when I was talking about video framing, I was actually using my phone live, and it's a program called uh, vMix Call, right?
Right.
So let me see. Copy link. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just actually gonna do it. We can still talk while I'm doing this. Um, what did you see? Nightbot is not impressed.
I missed it because when you're doing this and I'm more concentrating on our conversation and stuff instead of really the room.
Yeah,
And it's so hard even when you're live and you need to pay attention to the room. you
Mm-hmm.
still miss a lot. That's why I'm really blessed I have two co-hosts. And that's part of the main reason.
Yeah.
Because, I put Toledo Jess in kind of the host shoes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm like the video engineer. And Dano kind of moderates the room and keeps an eye out for more questions and stuff and try to keep the ball going in the right direction,
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
to speak. So there's stuff I don't see till I review my video the next day.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I bet. I bet.
And they're like, oh wow, they were there. Like
Yeah.
like foul fish came in one time.
Foul fish.
Yeah. And he's been in a few times before. And I try and make it a point. They're our community. We need to at least acknowledge them and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I know I like it, so I would think they'd like it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And uh, Foul Fish came in and said, "Hi everyone," and I missed him. Jesse missed him. Dano missed him. And I don't think not one person said hi to him.
Oh man.
And I went to his channel and I said, "Hey, Foulfish, I'm sorry I didn't catch you in the live chat. I didn't see you until today when I was watching it."
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's nearly impossible. Now I don't have the problem because my chat doesn't fly yet, but but sometimes it is really tough. Um, I think I told you about the one time that the first time I ever had a bunch of people in, and I had my chat off the screen because I hadn't had anybody in yet. I mean, we're talking about around Christmas, and
Right.
I was drinking that night and just just yammering about nothing, thinking, okay, I'm still waiting for an audience to show up, and I'll be damned, I get off, I close it out and I look down at the chat and then everybody's like, hey, we're here. Do you see us? And I'm like, oh no, no. God, I felt like such an ass. You're welcome, Snowy Rains. And let's see, what the heck is happening? What are you seeing, Jack? Oh, and Drone Kings and Darwin. I need somebody with video, dude. So if you're using your phone, turn on your camera. If not, that's cool. I'll have you on if you want to come on. You said no mic either, so yeah, I need somebody with video to test this out if you don't
It's
mind.
Brad King,
Yeah.
Drones Kings in Darwin,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Darwin, Australia.
Just at work, all good. Yeah, Darwin, Australia.
Ah,
Yeah.
g'day, mate.
He and Snowy almost know each other.
Almost. Live,
Almost.
live in live in the same territory.
Oh yeah. Well, everybody in Australia knows everybody else. Hey, I
Oh.
know this guy. Do you know him? How you going, Copper? What does that mean? Copper, copper,
I
copper.
don't know. I do have a book I found that's uh it's a book full of Aboriginal Aboriginal slangs and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's got to be an interesting book.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if I can get this to work.
It's like mate,
Like mate.
copper, kind of like a bloke.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so I'll go into my mail. See, that's a wonderful thing about this. Here we go.
Now, I wonder if in Australia it's like here in the States, because one type of slang in California could be a total positive in California, and you say the same thing to a group of people, let's say in like Boston,
Mm-hmm.
and next thing you know, you're saying, okay, why do I have like 5 people wanting to kick my ass?
Okay. I'm sorry, Ed.
Hey, don't be sorry.
I was concentrating on this.
Go for it.
Okay, this is Sorry, I had to kill my audio. Otherwise, it'd feedback.
Right.
This is my setup nowadays. You
Oh,
see
I
the,
like how you have that monitor vertical like that.
yeah, two of
Instead
them. This one and that one. And this is all on my phone. This is all through vMix. And you see you up there?
Oh, and your teleprompter.
Yeah, I've got a little 10-inch monitor sitting up there. And of course, all four of these monitors are being driven from my production PC. So I'm able to
Right.
see and talk directly to you. This is the first night I've been able to do this, which is awesome. And then, of course, everything's washed out, but get up higher and maybe it'll get away from the lights. But yeah, there you go.
Nice setup you got there.
Thanks.
How much you don't have nothing going on in your teleprompter right now though, right?
Well, you like,
Just it's just essentially a whole nother monitor
yeah,
instead of being used as your teleprompter. Oh, okay, cool.
had to kill the audio again. Yeah, you see, it's just a little 10-inch monitor, a little cheapo monitor sitting in there. Of course, we're getting a little bit of feedback on that, but yeah. Oh,
You
man.
have a nice setup. You have a lot of pennies in that setup.
Well, if you remember correctly, I was doing this professionally, where
Yes.
I would use this equipment. I would go on location, and I would do a full live switched, opens, lower thirds, credits, open videos,
9 yards.
music, the whole 9 yards. Just about anyone who would have me, like think of a convention or something. Got something I hear.
So you about did it like a DJ would at a wedding or something.
Yeah, that's very similar. Yep. And so, I've collected this equipment over the years. Good Lord.
Oh, might as well put it to good use now.
I know. Now, granted, I've since bought an extra monitor, the 10-inch up front there, but I already had everything else, and it's really come in handy. Of course, a lot of it is a band equipment too. My mixer is directly out of my flight case that I'll take to shows whenever I'm running audio for my band. So, yeah, it's all come in real handy. And thank you, Drum Kings and Chrissy and Oab Dad. I'm real proud of it. I mean, it's so. I need to kill this vMix call. I'm real proud of it. It really comes in handy. But you got to remember, I'm still a one man show, so it's really tough to stay on top of these things as you're doing it with all this stuff happening around you. You know how it is, Ed. You know how it is.
Oh, I know. I know it. And I brought in two friends to be co-hosts with, and it's. But usually I'm trying to do my thing where I'm like, oh my goodness, come on.
It's a lot to juggle, isn't it?
Because like you, I want to put out the most professional quality that I can for what I have.
Right.
I care about the product I put out, and it's been so frustrating. And then going back to the bare bones and what options YouTube has.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I go to one and it was a mess. I did a mail call, and I'm just like, oh man, hold up, I gotta do this way. I know was gonna try a new way. They said new, but I'm partially blonde. What can I say? So I finally got it going.
It's always a process. Yeah, it's always a process, man. It really is. And you always think of ways that you can improve on it. I know you do. I've been on a couple of your tests. Yeah, it's definitely a process. And I think I even commented in Poose's live stream the other night where he was talking about you just keep going and keep trying to be better. And I said, yeah, because the moment you think you've got it all figured out is the moment somebody's going to do it better than you do.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sunshine. Are you leaving already? Left a like. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you
Appreciate
very
that.
much, Sunshine. Have a great one.
Yeah, I told myself after that night, man, I was not gonna miss the chat if at all possible.
They're all important, you know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And like I love my community. I love live streaming. I love the interaction with the community
Hmm.
and the relationship you build up with people like Chrissy here, Outdoorsy Girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's awesome. And hopefully one day I'll meet her along with like you.
Hmm.
And one very good reason why I do that little thing at the end of everything,
Uh-huh.
after I say, may you always have a flash in your pan, I'm
Hmm.
like, and it happens maybe one day too, I'll meet you on the river. Because it's happened to me like 5, 6 times now.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, this one time. The first time was funny. Chris died. I'm at the Swank West property of the GPA in Butler, Ohio, right?
Hmm.
I'm down by the dredge ramp and I'm walking up this captain's ladder from this high bank.
Hmm.
And this kid goes, I know you. You're Ed Marvin. I
Oh,
watch your videos.
how
And I'm
cool.
really right on. Are you subscribed? No. Well, why not? And I keep in touch with them all the time now, and it's been like 4 or 5 years.
Oh, that's awesome. How
And
long have you been doing YouTube?
oh, way too long for how little of subs I got.
Well, no, that,
Um, I've been on since '08,
wow. Good Lord.
but
Have,
it was more of a depository for video stock.
sure, sure. Yep.
And if you go way back, you'll hear me saying a flashing, or it wasn't even flashing your pan.
Hmm.
It was the Danger Zone Productions.
Oh.
Because my action sporting goods store was the Danger Zone.
Oh, okay.
And when I went to Washington to help my boys, um, that I won't get into, but my
Uh-huh.
oldest son said, Dad, I need help with Ian.
Mm.
Mom kind of just dropped him off and kind of went somewhere.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, And I just had him for like 4 years.
Oh.
And I was keeping a tight leash on him, and
Hmm.
he was working at my store and at another job, and he getting A's in schools instead of F's. And I knew all the skater community and stuff too because I had an action sporting goods store.
Right.
So he was afraid to do anything kind of like on the wild side because he knew I'd hear about
Right, right.
it. but he wanted to graduate with friends from back home. And against our better judgment, we allowed him.
Mm. Did it not work out
And
well? I mean, you don't have to go into detail, but
no, his mom pretty much said, I raised you guys. You're old enough now. I got a new boyfriend. I'm moving 3 hours away.
hmm.
Here, Joshua. Since Josh and his girlfriend, wife now,
Hmm.
was living close to Tumwater, where they went to school, said, here, boom. And Ian got, my ex-wife was like, come on, Ian, come back, live with us. And then my daughter's whispering in his ear, come on, it'd be so neat.
Yeah.
So he was getting pulled in couple directions, you
Hmm.
know.
Hmm.
And I'm like, okay, to my ex-wife Jessica, I'm like, okay, Jesse, he's getting A's and B's. He's working. He's doing good. You gotta promise me you'll make sure he goes to school, and it's not your job to be his friend. Be the kid's mom and hold that leash a little tighter.
Yep.
Because I gave him a very short leash, and by the time its leash got longer and stuff, because he earned it.
Yep.
And I know what kind of kid I was, and no way in hell my son's gonna be like that. So, and then she just bumped, and he kind of went, well, F life, you know, F school. And he started ditching and stuff.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Was being rebellious to his older brother.
Mm-hmm.
And it isn't his brother's job to play dad and or mom, you know. And so Joshua's like, Dad. And I'm like, I don't care, honey. My boy needs me. I don't care if it's 2,500 miles away. I'm going.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll be back in 3, 4, 5 months, turned into 9. But at the same time, my mom, they live 2 hours apart. My mom in Vancouver, my boys up towards Lacey, Olympia area. You were at Fort Lewis, so you know somewhat that area.
Oh, sure.
And she ended up having to get an amputation. So I put my trades to work while I was there. And I built her a wheelchair ramp and redid her garage and made a covered entry at the end of the ramp and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah.
Forgot where we're going with that.
That's when I started my channel.
Okay.
To save, because I was going out in the mountains every time. And for my mom's pastor, I did some work. I built a deck, and he traded me. We swapped. He had a canoe. I'm like, hey, I'll do this part of the job for that canoe you're never using now, Dwight. He's like, okay, deal. Boom.
Boom. Done.
Big deals made. And so I was canoeing and stuff, and I'm like, another danger zone adventure and stuff. I have so much footage from back there no one will ever see. But I started going out prospecting more and more.
Oh, okay.
Whenever I had spare time, I'd go out and I started filming it. You should see this camera I filmed it on. And
well, while you're getting that, Ed, let me address some things in the chat here.
Okay.
Chrissy says she was recognized at last year's Radio World metal detecting event. Cool. Freaked her out a little bit. Yeah, a guy and a girl walked up to me and said, "You're outdoorsy gal zero," or is it O? I almost felt creeped out in a way at first. Yeah, they recognized her from watching her channel.
Well, and you have to be approachable.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, if you're gonna put yourself out here, you have to. I had a guy at Menards.
Of all places.
He heard me from like 3 aisles down and says, "Is that Ed in the shed?" And I'm like, "Sure is." And it was Uncle Buck's Forge.
Oh, wow.
And he lives in the same general area that I do. I've invited him out on the stream before to be a guest because he does forging and stuff like that, and he's done metal detecting and panning.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. I can't wait till the day I'm recognized. She also says that she posed with him for a photo.
Yeah, there
I
you
am,
go.
I am nobody really, just a chick with a camera making a fool of myself. Well, isn't that true? I mean, we're not all chicks, but isn't that true for most of us when we get out with a camera?
Hey,
Oh,
hey, how you doing?
yeah, of course, Drone Kings in Darwin. I can neither confirm nor deny that I was once on Australia's Most Wanted. And to answer your question, outdoors ago, Chrissy, um, up first, let me know if that's a zero or an O. It looks like a zero. But anyway, recognized, you mean in person, or have I ever been awarded for my channel? You got to remember that I'm 4 months old. I have several YouTube channels. I think my earliest was in around Ed's time, about '08. But it was just, like you said, just a place to put random videos. But I only started this show 4 months ago, so no one's recognized me on the street yet, if that's your question.
I've been really serious about 3 years on my channel.
Have you?
I was kind of serious with that in the shed
Mm-hmm.
type stuff, building stuff, but I did it. I didn't keep things consistent. Of course, you have to gather stuff for your projects because I would grab this and that from jobs and say, okay, or here's a truck bed liner. I'm going to turn it into a sluice,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And, uh, but I told the first guy, Chris, when he's later down the road, I go, Chris, it's a good thing you never said I'm your #1 fan. That day, I would have turned on you. I would have turned on a dime.
Really?
See ya. That's kind of psycho for me.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that can get a little creepy.
No,
I
but
started your fan club. I've written
I,
to you every day. I just haven't mailed them out yet.
I
You,
have your picture all over.
I have an entire room devoted nothing but flashing your pan.
The shrine.
That day's coming,
Uh,
Ed.
God.
Snowy, you've never been recognized. I thought you said you had been recognized. Well, you don't show your face. I'm still waiting for you to come on the show, and so we can see you in all your glory, hon. All your glory.
Yeah, it would be nice. Come on
Yeah.
in. Join the party.
Oh, wow, it's 11:17. We're gonna have to try this experiment later, Ed.
Oh, yeah,
Uh,
we're past your time.
yeah, we did have drones in Drone King, and but he didn't have his camera on and no microphone. So next time we'll have somebody on, and we'll get them to have their camera. All I want to do is see if I can shut their camera off and see. Let's see. Oh, let me just stop your video for a minute, Ed.
Sure.
Yeah, that worked. Wow. Okay. Ask to start video. I don't want to ask. Oh, go ahead and start it up again. Or you get to watch me. Oh, I asked to start your video. Go ahead and fire it up again, Ed. You'll have to go down and unmute your video on the lower left hand side. There we go. And boom, there you are. Cool. Yeah, so it looks like it might work. It looks like I might be able to keep people in queue right here on Zoom. All I have to do is cut off their video until I'm ready to bring them on. That's awesome. That is awesome.
Excellent.
Yeah. Well, Ed, do you want to close the show with your famous?
Sure, if
Your
you
words.
want, because this weekend I'll be seeing you on the stream. Everybody, good night. Thank you for joining Jim and I. Video call.
Oh, wait, Ed. No, I can't let you go yet. Dang it, I forgot.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna have another round of deep dive, my friend. I've chosen 5 questions just for you.
Let me see. I want to make sure there's writing on that.
There's writing on here. Don't you worry about a thing. let's do this thing.
Oh, goodness.
Deep dive.
Okay. How this works, Ed, and you know how this works, but I have to let the other people know. I have chosen 5. Count them, 5 questions designed just for Ed while he's drinking coffee.
At
And oddly enough,
11:19 at night.
yep, we're gonna learn more about you, Ed, than we ever thought we could. And you've just given me a great idea. So let's just move straight into it, shall we?
Sure.
Question 1.
Regular or decaf, Ed?
Oh, caffeinated all the way.
Very good, very good, very good, very good. Now, I wouldn't say so because I drink half calf. I drink so much coffee that I've decided to go to half calf. But all,
It's funny. I drink it from when I wake up to almost to when I go to bed.
yep, I was doing the same thing. Absolutely doing the same thing. All right, let's move on to question 2.
Question 2.
Giving presents or receiving presents? What's your favorite?
Oh, everybody likes getting, but I think it's really cool when you could give and not even get anything in return.
Ed's got a heart. You heard it
Yeah.
here first, folks. Maybe
There's a little one still there somewhere.
it's not black and coal like. So I'm because you couldn't come up with that answer if it was black and coal like.
Not yet. Yeah. And never give anything if you're expecting something in return.
Exactly. That brings us up to the next question.
Question 3.
Since you do have a heart, do you own any stuffed animals?
Actually, I do.
Oh, you took the buzzer away from me. I was going to put you amongst a whole bevy of furry little creatures. I can't do it now.
you know, I on my shelf in my shed. You can't see it in this one though, but if over to this side over here,
Uh-huh.
I have a little koala bear that an Aussie came. I met. I knew her through the same chat room I met my better half in on Yahoo.
Oh, yeah?
And I took me and my late friend David Gates, took her to Disneyland when she came from Australia and visited.
Mm.
And she gave me a little koala bear.
Oh,
And then another Yahoo friend from way back gave me a little beanie baby,
yeah.
a mouse, because my name on Yahoo was Danger Mouse.
Mm.
Mouse 61, and because I like the cartoon Danger Mouse. I used to watch it with my kids all the time.
Fascinating, but we're on a time crunch here, Ed.
Oh, sorry.
Let's move
You know
on.
me,
Moving on.
Good on topics.
Moving on.
Question 4.
All right, Ed, paper or plastic?
That's in currency.
Clocks. No, like the grocery store. You choose paper bags or plastic bags?
They only offer plastic, man.
Oh, yeah, but we were looking for burlap.
Burlap.
You're kind of do-it-yourself guy. Certainly you go into grocery stores with your own burlap bag.
Where is that reusable bag?
Exactly. Okay, and of course,
Final question.
do you consider tomatoes a fruit or a vegetable?
A vegetable.
It is actually a fruit, but I'm going to give it to you. Yeah, they're actually fruits. Yep. It's one of those weird things that, well, it's actually a great trivia question because everyone usually chooses vegetable. Yep. Oh, and you know what else I wanted to do before I let you go? You wanted to email me about some graphics work for maybe your header or something. By all means, do. I mean, we can talk about it Saturday. But Outdoorsy girl, or gal, Chrissy, also looks like she needs a channel artwork, and I'd be willing to help you out, hun. In if nothing else, guiding you on how to do it, or we can, collaborate on it. Maybe we can have you on the show and actually build one on the show. Wouldn't that be cool?
Oh, that'd be really cool. Jim, though, I was thinking more like some in the area of like lower thirds and
Oh,
spinners.
oh, sure, sure.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, we can.
Chrissy, I love you, sister, but yeah, that channel art does not explain one thing that your channel's about.
Well, that's why I want to talk to her. I mean, hell, she's already getting recognized in places. Why not even go the next step with that? I'll help you, hon. In fact, I would love to do that. Like I said, I would love to do that on air. Hello, Arthur Moorhead. You came in at the end, my friend. You came in at the end.
Arthur, how
Yeah.
you doing? And that Chrissy's a great gal,
Mm-hmm.
That'd be really cool of you, Jim.
Not a problem.
I recommend any of you, if you don't know the Nimmin brothers and you're serious about your YouTube channel, check out Nick and Dee Nimmin. I first found them when I was looking for tutorials
Mm-hmm.
for OBS, for streaming live.
Oh,
I
okay.
just knew live streaming was the way that it was going to be for creators.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I love the instant gratification.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Me too. Me too. They're great guys. And he was talking to you guys because I'm even a supporter of both Ed and I are both supporters of the Nimmin brothers.
Yep.
So
I actually mailed him Nick off a package while he's in the States, because I mailed one to Thailand and it never got there.
oh man. You know what I want to do? I literally, you know how I believe Nick collects coasters. I want to do one with his logo. I want to laser etch one with
Oh,
both.
he does?
Yeah, with both our logos. I saw it in one of the live streams. I don't know, maybe a month ago, and I'm thinking about burning one in. One side with my logo, on the other side with his logo. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
Cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nimmin.
I'm sure
It's two M's,
Yeah.
Nimmin, and there's brothers. There's Nick and there's Dee. Delta Echo
Dee,
Echo.
they have an awesome live stream.
Mhm.
Well, can't say every Saturday, but
They've been traveling.
when he's in the States now for Marketing World and some other stuff. So, but usually Saturday mornings,
Mhm.
9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yep.
They put on a phenomenal tips, channel review,
Yep.
live stream type thing. The community's awesome there,
Mm-hmm.
and you can learn a lot. Even if you don't get your own channel reviewed, look, listen, learn, apply.
Yes.
And it could help. You should have seen, Chrissy, you should have seen my channel art before I really started listening to websites they would recommend and stuff. And I kind of put together what I have now. But it's always good to fresh. I want to keep the brand the same, but, change it up a little.
Yeah. Yeah. I got some ideas for your header, your channel art, Ed. If you ever want to pick my brain on it.
Oh yeah, and if you ever want to shoot me something just for chits and giggles, and
Well, I'd love to have a high res photo of you, maybe with a pan and some gold in it, to keep with the theme. Yeah, that would help out a lot. So if you want to email me that, by all means.
maybe we could take care of that this weekend.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
So I'll bring some gold with me just so we know we have some gold in the pan when we do that.
There you go. There you go. That'd be fun. Yeah, because we could actually pick our shot at that point. That'd be awesome. That would be awesome. All right, Ed.
Sounds
So
good.
close out the show the way you normally would. I'm going to take you full screen. We'll do it right this time.
Thank you very much, everybody. May you always have a flash in your pan, and you never know because it just may happen. Maybe one day too, I'll meet you on the river. Good night, everybody.
Thanks, Ed, and you enjoy the rest of your evening, and probably see you tomorrow night and Saturday. I hope.
Yes, sir.
All right, thanks, buddy.
I'll hop out of here.
Uh,
See you, Jim.
See you, bud. Always a pleasure having Ed on, and we're definitely Ed and I are definitely meeting up this Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're heading down to Morgan Monroe State Forest, and there's a convention of sorts going on. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Ed's going to set me up with some gold painting equipment. I got some new hip waders because I haven't had hip waders in years. Used to be fishing White River for smallies, and I had chest waders, and boy, that was just so many years ago that they wouldn't be worth anything at this moment. So I had to buy some new ones. And Ed, I don't care if you don't have a mug for me. I'm trying to have the wife work on one. I hope to have one by tomorrow for you. Otherwise, maybe I'll purchase one, and we'll trade addresses or something, and maybe we can do it that way. So, but for everyone else, that's going to do it for me as well tonight. For now, again, I want to thank everyone for deciding to spend your time with me. It's always appreciated. I love. What's the show schedule? Drone King and Darwin asked. Every weeknight, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that would be an hour and a half ago from whatever time it is in your nape of the nape, Drone Kings. Snowy should probably be able to throw up the time we actually start. But again, thanks so much, guys, for showing up. I love having you on here. I know that Swift and Train Vlogs had to go. They're both in school. I totally get that, but I appreciate you guys being on here. So nice seeing you. 10 a.m. Australian time. Okay, cool. There you go, Drone Kings and Darwin. And for those of you watching after this live stream is over, this link is no good. You'll have to join us live to actually join the show. But if you enjoyed the show, by all means, smack that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss any episodes. And by all means, like and share this video. I'd like to build this community as large as we possibly can, so that it's always fun to have new and interesting people on. Snowy, we're going to get you on here again, and Outdoorsy Gal, right down in here is my email address. You see it right there. Email me and we'll hook up and talk about your channel art if you really need them. All right. So listen, folks, it's so great. Be back tomorrow night, weather permitting, and remember this. let me get on my closed screen. Always remember to treat others the way you'd like to be treated. If everyone did that, the world would be a better place. All right. So good night, folks, and we'll see you live